Well, I think there are two questions there, right? One question is, what are these other startups doing? How are we different? Why jump into it? And then I think the second question you're asking is, is there anything clinically meaningful that can be said about the microbiome today?
Thank you. Yeah.
Um, so from the standpoint of the first question, the reason I started the company is because I personally was really disappointed by all of these other tests and these other companies. As somebody who likes to test himself and measure everything and all of that, as well as a number of family members who have colitis, who have Crohn's, who've taken some of these tests, what I discovered is that for the most part, they're vehicles to sell supplements. These tests will say your microbiome is no good. We're going to ship you our supplements. We'll make you better. I can't speak to the science behind any of their supplements, but the thing that frustrated me was that we know how there are a lot of studies on the link between Crohn's disease and the gut microbiome. There are a lot of studies between the links between colon cancer and the gut microbiome, pancreatic cancer, colitis, IBS, diarrhea, constipation, liver cirrhosis, NASH, all of these things. All that was missing from any of these tests that were out there today. And when I dug in to try to understand why, it's really because it's very difficult to analyze this data. And as I mentioned, 2,000 studies every month in PubMed on the microbiome. And so trying to put together what's actually known and operationalize that to interpret somebody's gut microbiome test results was actually a very challenging technical problem. And, as I mentioned, I'm an AI PhD. My whole team are AI experts and PhDs. It took us about a year and a half just to build an AI system that could reliably extract this information out of these studies and then analyze the very complex data in the gut microbiome, even though all we were trying to do was connect your microbiome test results to these study results. That's an approach that none of these other companies have taken. These other companies are really out there trying to sell you supplements or foods and giving you gut scores and all sorts of things. But there was really nothing from a clinical, nothing from an actionability, nothing from a evidence-based side of things that was out there, or still is. Jona is the only company that's got this sort of technology and really aiming to connect current microbiome science evidence to gut microbiome analysis. Now, to your second question, do we know anything? Well, I mean, today our AI has read over 200,000 studies on the microbiome. So is there more to know? Of course. Do we understand all of the complexity of the microbiome? Not at all. But we do know something. And one of the things I heard in the beginning when I was starting the company is people would say, oh, these studies are contradictory, they are inconclusive. It's not really what we've found. Yes, there are some examples of contradictory studies, some very small studies, but effectively what our AI is doing is an automated meta-analysis where we're looking at 60 studies on Crohn's disease and the gut microbiome and applying the findings in each of those studies to the analysis of this data. And we're weighting each study by study quality. So if it's a large cohort, high quality journal, it's going to have a higher weight than a study that's got a smaller cohort and a lower quality journal. And so as a result, whatever is known, we're able to bring to bear to offer the physician or to the patient all of the information that's known today. So yes, there's still more to learn, but there's a lot more known than most people seem to appreciate.